Welcome back to our channel, where we uncover the hidden treasures in your pocket change. Have you ever wondered if a simple penny could be worth a fortune? Well, today's topic is going to blow your mind. We're talking about the 1983 Lincoln penny, a coin that's turning heads in the collecting world with a potential value of $6.5 million. Yep, you heard that right. So, buckle up as we dive into the fascinating history and insane value of this little copper-plated coin. This penny may look like the ordinary 1-cent piece you've seen all your life, but what's special about this coin that gives it such a jaw-dropping value? Let's dig in. First, let's give a quick refresher on the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent has been in circulation since 1909, issued by the United States Mint to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first American coin to feature a real historical figure rather than the symbolic Lady Liberty. Since its release, the Lincoln penny has gone through a few design changes. From the famous wheat reverse used until 1958 to the memorial reverse, honoring the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. from 1959 until 2008. But what makes the 1983 Lincoln penny stand out from all the rest? That's what makes this story so exciting. Let's talk about the 1983 Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, this penny has become legendary for a very special reason, and it has everything to do with the year it was minted. Before 1982, the U.S. Mint produced pennies that were primarily made of copper, 95% copper and 5% zinc. But due to the rising cost of copper in the early 1980s, the Mint decided to change the penny's composition to copper-plated zinc, which was much cheaper. By 1983, all pennies were supposed to be made with this new, less expensive zinc core with a thin layer of copper. However, here's where things get really interesting. Some 1983 pennies, including the 1983 Lincoln penny, were accidentally struck on older copper planchets. That means instead of being made from the cheaper zinc core, these rare error coins were struck with the old 95% copper content. And this error is what makes these pennies highly sought after by collectors. Why are collectors willing to pay up to $6.5 million for a 1983 Lincoln penny? Well, it's all about rarity and demand. Pennies from 1983 that were accidentally struck with the old copper composition are incredibly rare, especially with the Denver mint mark. These types of mint errors are some of the most sought-after coins in the world. The reason? It's a perfect storm of rarity, historical significance, and the fact that not many of these coins have been found. And when they do appear at auction, collectors are willing to shell out huge amounts of cash to get their hands on one. In fact, just recently, one of these 1983 Lincoln pennies was valued at $6.5 million because of its pristine condition and the incredible rarity of the error. That's the power of coin collecting. Even the smallest error can make a huge financial difference. So now the big question, how can you tell if you have one of these super valuable pennies? First, check the date on your penny. It needs to be a 1983 penny with a D mint mark below the year. That D indicates that it was minted in Denver. The next step is to check its weight. Regular 1983 pennies made with the copper-plated zinc planchets weigh about 2.5 grams. But if you've got one of these rare copper pennies, it will weigh closer to 3.1 grams. A small difference, but a huge deal. If you suspect you have one of these rare pennies, it's worth having it professionally appraised. There are experts who specialize in mint errors and they'll be able to tell you if your penny is a multi-million-dollar treasure. So, what's the current market value of the 1983 Lincoln penny? Well, like most collectibles, it depends on the condition of the coin and how rare it is. While some of these error pennies have sold for thousands, others, in pristine mint condition, have fetched staggering amounts like the $6.5 million example we mentioned earlier. The better the condition, the more valuable your penny will be. Collectors are always on the lookout for these coins in high grades, especially those that are certified by grading companies like PCGS or NGC. So there you have it, the story of how a tiny, everyday penny could be worth more than $6.5 million. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just starting out, it's always worth checking your pocket change. Who knows? You might just have one of these rare, error coins sitting around without even knowing it. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about other valuable coins and hidden treasures, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future content. And if you have any cool coins you want us to talk about, drop a comment below. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting! This script will not only captivate coin collectors but also those curious about finding hidden treasures in everyday life. Today, we're going to take a closer look at a small yet potentially massively valuable coin, the 1976 Lincoln penny. Yes, you heard me right. This humble 1-cent coin could be worth an astonishing $66 million on the market. Intrigued? Keep watching to find out why. To understand why the 1976 Lincoln penny has become so coveted, let's first dive into its history. 1976 was a big year for the United States. It marked the country's 200th birthday, its bicentennial. While many coins minted in 1976 commemorated this special occasion, the penny retained its traditional design. The front, or obverse, features the iconic bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner in 1909, which has been a staple on the penny for decades. But even though the penny design didn't change much, its significance in the world of coin collecting certainly has. The 1976 Lincoln penny holds a unique place in American numismatics. Millions of these pennies were minted, but certain rare factors make some of them incredibly valuable today. So, why is this penny potentially worth $66 million? Well, there are several key factors that play into a coin's market value. Let's break them down for you. First off, while millions of 1976 pennies were produced, the condition of the coin is critical. Most pennies are circulated and will show signs of wear and tear, but coins that remain in mint state, meaning they are virtually untouched, can fetch a much higher price. Next, error coins are incredibly rare and valuable. Mistakes during the minting process, like double dies, misaligned strikes, or off-center prints, are highly sought after by collectors. If you happen to find a 1976 penny with any of these errors, you're sitting on a gold mine. Let's not forget the historic importance of the year 1976. While the penny itself didn't change, it represents an important year in American history. Coins from significant historical moments always tend to hold more sentimental and market value. The composition of the penny also plays a part in its value. Pennies minted before 1982, including the 1976 Lincoln penny, were made of 95% copper. The price of copper has surged over the years, making older pennies intrinsically more valuable. So, how can you tell if your 1976 Lincoln penny is one of those high-value coins? Here are a few things to check out. Look for pennies that appear to be in near mint or uncirculated condition. These will show little to no wear on the surface. The shinier and more pristine the coin, the better. Examine your coin carefully for any minting errors. This could be anything from a double die, where the image appears slightly repeated, to off-center strikes. These errors make your penny one of a kind. Lastly, scarcity matters. Some coins minted in smaller batches or with rare errors are naturally more valuable. Now for the question on everyone's mind, is it true that some 1976 Lincoln pennies are worth $66 million? The answer is, it's possible. While it may seem shocking, certain rare pennies, especially those in perfect condition or with significant errors, have been known to reach extraordinary amounts at auctions. In fact, a penny's value can skyrocket if it attracts the attention of high-end collectors or if it's considered historically or numismatically unique. While most 1976 pennies will only be worth a few cents, a rare few could truly be worth millions. Carefully check the condition and look for any of the key characteristics we mentioned earlier. Take your coin to a certified coin dealer or numismatist for professional appraisal. They can give you insight into its condition, rarity, and potential value. If your penny is truly rare, you might want to consider putting it up for auction. Some rare coins have fetched millions of dollars at public and private auctions. And there you have it, the fascinating story of the 1976 Lincoln penny and how it might just make you a millionaire. Who knew that a small coin sitting in your pocket or piggy bank could be worth so much? If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more exciting coin discoveries and treasure hunting tips. And remember, every penny counts, especially when it could be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting! This script is designed to engage viewers with a mix of history, excitement, and valuable information, encouraging them to check their own coin collections and take part in the hobby of coin collecting. Today, we're focusing on the humble yet extraordinary *1991 Lincoln penny. Could it really be worth $67 million? Stick around to find out. The Lincoln penny is one of the most iconic coins in American history. First introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, this coin has been a staple of U.S. currency for over a century. It's also the first U.S. coin to feature a historical figure rather than the traditional Lady Liberty. By the time the 1991 penny rolled out, the design had undergone a few modifications, but Lincoln's portrait on the obverse, front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back, remained standard. In 1982, the U.S. Mint switched the penny's composition from mostly copper to a zinc core with a thin copper coating due to rising metal prices. Let's talk about the specifics of the 1991 penny. It has a zinc core with a copper plating, weighs about 2.5 grams, and measures 19 mm in diameter. The design features Abraham Lincoln on the front, with the date 1991 inscribed, and the Lincoln Memorial on the back, along with the words United States of America and E pluribus unum. But here's the kicker: while millions of these coins were produced, not every 1991 Lincoln penny is created equal. Some have unique characteristics that can make them extremely valuable. Let's dive into that. So, why would anyone pay millions for a penny minted in 1991? Well, the value of certain Lincoln pennies skyrockets when they contain errors or rare mint variations. And trust me, collectors are always on the lookout for these hidden gems. Error pennies are coins that have mistakes made during the minting process. These mistakes can include misprints, double die errors, off-center strikes, or even coins struck on the wrong planchet, the blank metal disc. Error coins are considered highly collectible because they are rare, and the more unique the error, the higher the value. Some of the most valuable Lincoln pennies are error coins, and though the 1991 penny doesn't have any famous errors associated with it, you should always check your coin for any unusual marks or inconsistencies. The value of any penny also heavily depends on its condition. Coins are graded on a scale from poor to mint state, MS 70. The closer a penny is to a flawless condition, meaning it has no wear and still retains its original mint luster, the higher its value. The highest graded 1991 Lincoln penny in mint state, MS 68 or MS 69, could be worth a lot more than you think. If your 1991 penny has been well preserved over the years and has little to no signs of wear, you may have a small fortune in your pocket. So, what about the claim that a 1991 Lincoln penny could be worth $67 million? Is this real? While it's incredibly rare, some coins have fetched astronomical prices at auction. For example, the famous 1943 copper penny sold for over $1 million because only a few of them exist. In the case of a 1991 penny, a regular coin is typically only worth its face value or a little more if in excellent condition. However, if you were to stumble upon a perfect mint condition 1991 penny, graded as MS 69 or MS 70, or even an incredibly rare error coin, the value could jump significantly. Rare, error-filled, or extremely high-grade 1991 pennies could fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars, but reaching the $67 million mark would likely require the discovery of an unheard-of error or an ultra-rare variety. So, how can you find out if your 1991 penny is worth big money? The first step is to examine the coin closely for any errors or unusual features. If you think you have something special, the next step is to get your coin graded by a professional service like PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, or NGC, Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These companies will evaluate the coin's condition and assign it a grade, which will help determine its market value. While the idea of a $67 million penny may seem far-fetched, the world of numismatics is full of surprises. Whether your 1991 Lincoln penny is worth millions or just a few bucks, it's always worth checking your coins. Who knows? That penny sitting in your jar might be your ticket to wealth. Keep an eye out for any unusual errors, make sure your coin is in the best condition possible, and don't hesitate to have it professionally graded. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest updates about rare and valuable coins. And hey, comment below, what's the most interesting coin you've ever found? I'd love to hear your stories. Stay tuned for more coin discoveries, and who knows? You might just be the next coin millionaire. This video is for informational purposes only. The actual value of a coin depends on multiple factors, including rarity, condition, and market demand. Professional appraisal is recommended for accurate valuations. This script provides a comprehensive overview of the 1991 Lincoln penny, covering both its historical context and the potential, though rare, for high value, while keeping viewers engaged and informed.